The word EA does not have a C in it, but if it did have a C in it, it would stand for capitalism. That's right, we are rating every single Sims 4 pack based on how capitalistic they are. See, when the base game was first released, I'd say it was the biggest capitalist out there, but now, honestly, I actually think it's slightly less capitalistic. The Sims 4 base game has come a long way. It's had so many edits over the years. If you would ask me this question 7 years ago, it would be right in the top column, but right now I would say it is much better. We've had so many build buy updates, so many objects, so much cast, so much gameplay. I actually think the Sims 4 gameplay by itself is not bad without any packs these days, so based on that, I would actually say it's pretty good. I will give them credit where credit is due. It's also very cheap because they often just sell it at like 80% off, so you can get the base game itself relatively cheaply. In fact, I honestly don't know why they don't just give it away for free these days, because that's what the Sims 4 basically is. It's a free-to-play game but with added DLC. Get to Work. It is only a 1-star capitalistic bitch, and I know that might surprise some people. I actually really like Get to Work. I think Get to Work is a very underrated pack that not many people like, but we have to remember it did come with aliens. Aliens were something that used to be in the base game of The Sims 2, and I don't really like how they've just normalized making it a DLC thing in The Sims 4, so that is a little bit capitalistic-y. Is that a word? Capitalistic-y. But we also got 3 live careers, which I thought were pretty cool. We also got a retail system, which is pretty cool, but unfortunately, the pack doesn't come with that many careers compared to The Sims 3 Ambitions, for example. In general, I would actually say it's a really great gameplay pack. It does come with a lot of fun gameplay that I think a lot of people will enjoy. Get Together, I'm actually going to say this is totally not capitalistic-y. The thing I like about Get Together is it came out basically in response to a lot of people complaining about The Sims 4. We have to remember that Get Together was the second release pack for The Sims 4, and in the early stages, so many people hated The Sims 4, saying how overly simplistic it was. It lacked so many features. Like, it was a massive state, The Sims 4 back in the day. It really was an absolute mess. And I genuinely think that EA felt kind of bad for that fact, so they gave us Get Together. Get Together has an absolutely huge world. It's the biggest world we have in the game as far as I'm aware. It's got so many lots. It comes with a lot of build buys, actually really cool build buy, I will admit. The cast, okay, the cast is pretty ugly, but when we look at the gameplay, honestly, I actually think it's really good gameplay. It is a little bit oversimplistic, but it just feels like a nice base game overhaul to add, and I genuinely feel like this pack was released not as a way to just make money, but just as a way more so to help make Simmers feel better about the game, because it really was a state back in the day, and I almost feel like Get Together was an apology, which is a weird way to look at it, but that's why I say it's a bit less capitalistic. Next up, we have Shitty Living. I actually love the City Living pack. It is one of my favorite packs, but it is a 2-star capitalist. Guys, by the way, if I sound snotty, it's because I have COVID 20-1, so that's why I'm a bit bunged up. Anyway, City Living is actually my favorite expansion pack. I really like it, but the reason why I think it's so capitalistic is just the fact that they're putting a premium on apartment buildings. One criticism I think a lot of non-American simmers have often had about the game is that it's an American life simulator and you have to pay a premium for other cultures and other ways of life other than American suburban Desperate Housewives style neighborhoods, because that's how a lot of non-American people see it, by the way. When we think of American neighborhoods, we think of Desperate Housewives. I do anyway. I think in Eco Lifestyle we got a couple of apartments, but that's really it. I just feel like, why are apartments something that should just be locked behind a pack? Do you know what I mean? Why are we locking them behind an expansion pack of a city? Why can't we have other city worlds in the game? Get Famous would have been a perfect city world. Why didn't we have a city lot in there? I just feel like they could have added apartment buildings in so many other worlds in The Sims 4, but they haven't, and I just think it's a shame that it's just put on there as you have to pay a premium if you want apartment buildings. And the worst thing is, apartment buildings in The Sims 4 are factually worse than The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. They contain the least customization options out there. It doesn't really come with that much riveting gameplay. The pack itself is very broken. To give credit where credit is due, I love the cast in this pack and I love the build buy. They're some of the best cast and build buy I've ever seen. That is why it's one of my favorite packs. I think the gameplay is quite fun too. I just think it's something that shouldn't have come as its own pack and instead integrated into the base game and other packs. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but that's just me. Cats and Dogs Stuff, you are a 3-star capitalistic twat. I think it's important to mention to people who haven't played previous Sims games other than The Sims 4, The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs is so limited in that in every previous Sims game we've had a pets pack. Sims 1 Unleashed leashed pets, Sims 2 pets, Sims 3 pets, Sims 4 not pets, Sims 4 just cats and dogs. The Sims 4 has the least ambitious pets pack of all of the Sims games, not just in the fact that it only comes with cats and dogs. In The Sims 3, as far as I'm aware, we had horses. I know this is an unpopular opinion, I honestly could not give less of a crap about horses. I'm actually glad that the Sims 4 pets pack didn't have horses in it, but I think it's also important to bring up My First Pet stuff, which again is a capitalistic twat. In fact, it deserves its own category above this one because it is that bad. For those who don't know the story, My First Pet stuff is allegedly based on my opinion and many other Simmers' opinion, something that should have been included in The Sims 4 cats and dogs but decided to release it as a separate stuff pack to make more money, allegedly, but most people think it's true. In previous Sims 4 packs, for example, things like a hamster cage would have just come in the pets pack, but in The Sims 4 it's sold as a separate pack to the cats and dogs pack. It just seems like such a random thing. Why didn't they just put it together? I also think that the pets gameplay is very shallow. There's not much to it. One thing that I also don't like is we don't have any NPC animals. In previous Sims games, for example, we might have skunks, for example. I would have loved it if they had a skunk that can roam on your lot like in previous Sims games and attack you and make you stinky. This is like an iconic staple ever since The Sims 1. Other kind of wild animals that wreak havoc in your garden. There's so many ways they could have implemented it, but they didn't. They just didn't go far enough. I feel like they spent all of their budget on the pets cast and not enough on everything else. I know a lot of Simmers love pets. It's always been one of the most popular packs ever since The Sims 1, and I think that's because of The Sims demographic. Call me unwoke, but I do think The Sims has always appealed to a young female audience who like cute things and playing dress up and doll houses. That's what The Sims 4 basically is. It's a dollhouse simulator, and I think it appeals to that market of girls wanting to have cute pets. And I really feel like, allegedly based on my opinion only, that the Sims team took full advantage of this just to give us a cute pets pack and upsell it. I think they could have done so much more with it. I don't think they did enough with it. I don't think they made it appealing enough, and that is why it's so capitalistic. Seasons, we may as well put this in its own separate category if we could as well. Everybody loves the seasons pack. It is one of the craziest things to me. I feel like the Sims community is so brainwashed. I've said this before. I see so many people arguing why it's such a great thing we have a seasons pack. Guys, you are paying literally so much money. You are paying more money for the seasons pack than you are for the base game practically, just to add weather into your game. A game that's about life simulation is making you pay a premium for weather. All this pack basically comes with, if you exclude create a sim stuff and build buy stuff, because that doesn't count because that could come with any pack. If you just focus solely on the gameplay, all we have is weather and we have holidays. The calendar that originally came with this pack is now in the base game. Granted, all of the worlds in the other packs do look nice with seasons. It just doesn't need to exist. Every single world should have seasons by default. And you know, some of them do. Island Living is a beautiful sunny world. Snowy Escape has snow in it. I guess Cottage Living is kind of like spring. Every single world should have weather just installed into the base game. I find it so bizarre. I find it so bizarre that EA and the Sims team have brainwashed Simmers into thinking it's okay to pay a DLC for weather. Like, you are literally paying money for weather. Do you not realize how bloody ridiculous that is? Don't get me wrong. I think a seasons pack could work in the essence of having a pack about holidays, not as an expansion pack, but as a game pack, having you be able to create your own custom holidays with tons of different holiday ideas, constantly being updated with new holidays. That for me would be perfect. The thing about the seasons pack is, apart from seasons, the holiday thing rarely ever gets updated for new packs. We never get new features to it. It is quite limited in that aspect, and I just don't feel like it comes with enough. And I think if you stick up the seasons pack, you are definitely a victim of capitalism. Get Famous is a 2-star capitalist. Now, I actually love the Get Famous pack. I think Get Famous is a really fun pack. I honestly think if you enjoy gameplay a lot, this has a really great gameplay system. Like with the cults in The Sims 4, like vampires and werewolves, The Sims 4 Get Famous comes with a skill tree system for celebrities. It also comes with a really cool reputation system and fame system that interacts with many different packs and many different aspects of the game. It also comes with a live career or active career for being an actor or actress. I think it's a really great career. I think it's a really cool theme in the pack. It's kind of like extravagant Hollywood glamour. The thing that annoys me about it is the world is absolutely tiny. I think it's one of the tiniest expansion pack worlds. I do think it's a shame because they could have given us just a couple more lots in it. I also think the lots that are in there were very lazily built and just put put together. I also think the acting career wasn't thought through totally. And in general, like I did say, I do really like the pack. It's just not an expansion pack's worth of stuff. It should have been a game pack. We're basically buying a game pack's worth of content in the guise of an expansion pack when it comes to gameplay. And that is why I have a problem with this pack, because it shouldn't be upsold that way. It either needs a refresh or the price point needs to be brought down on it. And that is one of the main reasons why I really just don't like it from the perspective of capitalism. Discover University. Do you know what? It's not that capitalistic. I don't think the gameplay is the best in the world, but I do think they went far with it, guys. It comes with a really cool world. It comes with some cool build buying cast. It's got a really great system. I honestly think it's one of the best university systems we've ever had for The Sims, and for that I'm really, really happy. It comes with clubs, secret society, comes with a cool university system. I personally don't think after university it has enough of an impact upon gameplay. I also think it's too easy to get into university, but aside from gameplay and stuff, I genuinely don't think this pack is very capitalistic. I feel like it was made with love. Island living, again, do you know what? I wouldn't say this is very capitalistic. I actually think Island... Okay, do you know what? I'm going to give it a 1-star angel, not 2 angels. And that's because it is a little bit capitalistic. But the thing about Island Living is it's actually really, really good. It comes with so much stuff. A lot of people put down the pack and say it's actually not that deep. It's not that interesting. I do agree with that. It's not a very deep pack, but it comes with some really, really cool events, kind of like City Living. It comes with some cool events. It comes with some really great build buying cast. And on the subject of build buy, you can build over water, which I think is amazing. I will say it's not as ambitious as the Sims 3 Island Paradise. That one came with hotels. It also came with houseboats. Literally, the Sims 4 could never. It also came with underwater scuba diving, where you could actually go underwater, but the Sims 4 didn't do that. In that sense, this pack did not go far enough. I don't think it was a massive capitalist. I just don't think it was ambitious. It should have come with hotels. We all know it should have come with hotels. We are also disappointed that it doesn't come with hotels. It's not capitalistic. I would just say it's not ambitious. Eco lifestyle is the total opposite of capitalism. I feel like eco lifestyle was brought out at a time when all of the like main Sims 4 packs have been made. All of the fan requested packs like Seasons, City Living, Get Famous, Vampires, Pets, all of those things that Simmers really want were already done. So I feel like eco lifestyle was genuinely made out of a place of just creativity and doing something we've never seen before. And I'm really glad that they did something like that, because usually I feel like the Sims team pressure themselves to just make packs that they think will sell. I feel like eco lifestyle was a risk and a gamble for them, and I'm really, really glad that they were creative and they did something brand new, and I really, really hope they do that for the future too, because in my opinion it worked really well. I genuinely think it's a really great pack and it comes with a lot of cool gameplay. Snowy Escape 2, for the exact same reasons. Okay, granted it is a bit of a crappy pack, I will admit that. But I genuinely don't feel like it came from a place of capitalism. I do feel like it came out of a place of creativity. I remember when they were making it, the Sims team were really passionate on Twitter, sharing all their inspirations and things for making the pack. I got the impression that a lot of people in the Sims team are weebs and they are obsessed with Japan. I used to live in Japan for 2.5 years, by the way, if you didn't know. I am not a weeb, but I've met many, many weebs in my lifetime from living in Japan. I know what they look like, I know what they sound like, I know what they smell like. I do think there are a lot of weebs in the Sims team, and I think that is why this pack was made with a lot of love compared to capitalism, and that is why I genuinely think it is a good pack. Unfortunately, it's really not that deep, and I don't think the gameplay is amazing, but from the perspective of capitalism, like, it's alright. Cottage Living is a 1-star capitalist. Is it called Cottage Living or Country Living? Henford upon Shagley, whatever that pack is called. It is a bit of a capitalist. I'll tell you why it's a bit of a capitalist. It's one of those things that the Sims community have always requested. We want farming in the Sims 4. The thing is, the Sims 4 is not a farming simulator, and I think to put farming in would be very, very strange, but I think they gave us a really, really good compromise with this pack, because it's kind of like farming, but it kind of isn't. They give us farm animals and stuff, which is really great. The only reason why I'd say it is very capitalistic is it didn't really come with that much gameplay, which I know will surprise some people in me saying that. The thing is, it came with a chicken coop, and it came with a llama coop and a cow coop or whatever. They could have probably put all that stuff into a stuff pack. In fact, in the Sims 3 era, in the Sims 3 store, I think we had a chicken coop object that you could buy buy. The Sims 3 store was kind of like the equivalent of Sims 4 kits. It was just a little bit of money for a little bit of gameplay. I actually wouldn't have minded though if they just released a chicken coop and animal coop as a stuff pack and gave us a limited build buy and not really a world, or at least sold it as a game pack. In that sense, it is a little bit capitalistic, which is why it is a 1-star capitalist, but in general it's alright. Outdoor Retreat is an odd one because it's a first ever pack we got for The Sims 4. It's getting 1-star capitalist, although it's one of the most superficial Sims 4 packs we've ever had. I think it was a really great step for The Sims 4 because before The Sims 4 we never had game packs, the concept didn't exist. It was either a massive expansion pack or a tiny stuff pack, and we didn't have that in between. And although it was obviously a capitalistic money-making move to put in Outdoor Retreat as a game pack, I'm really glad that they did it because what it showed was we don't always need expansion packs. We can get a sufficient amount of fun gameplay out of something which has a lower price point. So obviously the Sims team were doing it out of a place of making money, but by doing it they would have made less money than if they made it in an expansion pack. And that's something that I think Simmers benefit from as well because they're spending less money in that sense. So yeah, in that sense it is a bit capitalistic, but it's actually a positive step forward, I think. Spa Day is an anti-capitalist. The reason why is because it does have a refresh. Before, Spa Day was not really that deep, but ever since they gave it a brand new refresh, I think last year, they've added so much new content to it. Now granted, I'm pretty sure they did the refresh out of a place of capitalism. Somebody from EA/Maxis probably looked at Spa Day and thought, this pack isn't selling well. I wonder if we update it, will Simmers purchase it more? This is all alleged in my opinion, but I'm so like confident that's the reason why they did it. So yeah, in that sense it is very capitalistic-y, and I will put it up a little bit just to only 1-star Angel. The fact that they also updated it for people who already have the pack is amazing because you're basically getting loads of free content. One thing I've always hated about The Sims 4 is that although it's a live service game and they always update the base game, they never ever update any of the packs. And I'm really glad that they actually looked at this pack and said, yeah, we're going to update this, because they haven't done it for any other packs. And I really wish they did. It's such a shame they haven't done it for any other packs. I really hope they do in the future. But yeah, I think it was a great decision. Dine Out can literally go fuck itself. Sorry for swearing. I hate Dine Out. I think it's a pile of wank. The pack literally does not work. When I say it doesn't work, it's literally broken. Like imagine just buying something and it doesn't work. Like you buy a blender or you buy a microwave and it just doesn't work. But the company still continues to sell that product even though they know it doesn't work. That is the main reason why I absolutely hate Dine Out. The Sims team know it's broken because the Simmers complain about it all the time, yet they haven't bloody fixed it. If you're not going to fix a broken pack, get rid of it. Just literally take it off the market. If it doesn't work, just get rid of it, make it free, put it at a lower price point, give a disclaimer that it doesn't work, update it and make it work, or don't sell it. I honestly hate the way the Sims team have just carried on selling it at its normal game pack price point, knowing that it's broken. Maybe I shouldn't use the word knowing because technically I don't know that they know, but I think they basically know it's broken because Simmers always go on about it being broken. Every single time I've played with it in my free time before a YouTube video, it has never ever worked. It is the biggest pile of crap, yet they still sell it, and I think it's ridiculous. I think it's capitalistic nonsense, and I think it's awful that the Sims team and EA is still selling this. It is shameful. Sim team, if you are watching, you are shameful for selling this pack. And I know I sound like a Karen, but I just think the Sims 4 is so expensive, and to sell something knowing that it's broken is just so shameful of you. Vampires, do you know what? It's... Ooh! Okay, it's a 1-star Angel. The reason why I say it's not a 2-star Angel, because in the Sims 3 era, we got the Supernatural pack, and vampires came with tons of other occults. It also came with the Sims 3 Late Night, which I believe was their, like, city pack. So imagine if you had the Sims 4 City Living plus vampires together. That was the Sims 3 Late Night. So in that sense, the fact that they've broken it out into different packs means that you have to pay more money to have all the occults. In that sense, it is a little bit capitalistic. But one thing I love about the vampires pack is that it's a really great unified theme. It comes with an old Victorian British theme which suits vampires so well, although I personally think it should have came with a Romanian theme because we don't have that much Eastern European culture in The Sims 4. But I think it's really cool that it comes with a very specific unique theme in terms of the build, buy and the cast. The gameplay for vampires is incredibly in-depth. Vampires are one of the most in-depth occults out there. The Sims team always puts so much ambition into occults. In fact, in that sense, I'm also going to put werewolves in the same place because occults are really, really great in The Sims 4. It's only just not a perfect 2-star angel just because it's like splitting all the packs apart, whereas they could have just put it together like they did in previous Sims games. Parenthood to me is the ultimate capitalist. It's one of those packs that so many people have requested, like cats and dogs season. So many people want it. I feel like the Sims team just sold it just because they knew people would want it and they could make money from it. I actually think the pack is very, very shallow, especially when compared to other game packs which come with worlds and so many brand new features. All it comes with is a morality kind of value system which has literally barely any impact on gameplay. It comes with some new objects and interactions between parents and kids, but it doesn't really come with that much. It's not really that riveting. I feel like it was just released just because, and for that reason it is a capitalist. Jungle Adventures is a 1-star capitalist. This is actually, is it my favorite game pack? Potentially it is my favorite game pack. I actually love this pack so much. I think it's important to consider that The Sims 3 World Adventures is a very, very similar concept to The Sims 4 Jungle Adventures, but the World Adventures came with 3 worlds. The Sims 2 also had Bon Voyage, which came with 3 holiday destination worlds. Seeming that The Sims 4 only has 1 main holiday destination world, which is Jungle Adventure, it is a bit capitalistic-y, which is why it's a 1-star capitalist. It is a very, very in-depth pack. Aside from the really, really bespoke theme that it comes with, I think the world itself is actually really beautiful. I think the build by and cast is great. And the thing I love the most about it is the gameplay is really good. It comes with a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with any new occults, apart from a skeletal thing, which is really, really difficult to get and you can't bring them home with you. But it actually comes with some really, really unique things, like some dungeons that you can explore. Right now, compared to other game packs, it comes with a lot of content. That's why it's not an ultimate capitalist, but it is a bit of a capitalist just because I know they could have gone further with it because they've gone further in the past with previous Sims games. Strangerville seems like it's not a capitalist to me, and it's for a similar reason as Eco Lifestyle. I feel like it's one of those ones that was made with love rather than made to make money because it wasn't a fan requested thing. I feel like they went really, really far with it. The world is actually really big for a game pack. It comes with some really, really cool cast and build by that's really, really unique. The world comes with a whole big storyline that you can follow. I feel like a lot of Simmers put down Strangerville so much, but I honestly think it's so underrated. There's so much to it, and I genuinely feel like they made this pack for fun, not because they wanted to make money from it. But you know, to do a complete U-turn, guys, let's move on to The Sims 4. The Sims 4 Journey to Batu. You, sir, are an absolute capitalistic. I think we need to first acknowledge that EA does have a partnership with Disney, who owns Star Wars. EA have previously worked on Star Wars games. It seems they do have a business relationship, unfortunately. And EA and Star Wars together have also had a lot of controversy outside of The Sims. For example, the game Star Wars Battlefront 2. It received a lot of backlash from the community from being very microtransaction-y, very pay-to-win-y kind of style gameplay. And it seems EA did not learn their lesson and applied the exact same approach to The Sims 4. The thing about Journey to Batu Star Wars game pack is it's not a bad idea on paper. It could have been a really great pack. The Sims team sometimes do collaborations, very rarely these days, but in the past they have nailed it before in previous Sims games, and they could have nailed it with this. They could have gone so far, and do you know what? The gameplay is not that bad, I will admit. It's just that it doesn't feel like The Sims. The gameplay experience of Journey to Batu feels like an advertisement for the Journey to Batu world in Disneyland. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to be a Sims 4 pack. In fact, it strips away many things that Simmers love about The Sims 4. For example, it comes with no buildable lots on there. You can't really use any of the build by assets outside of the world because they're very specific to the world, yet you can't build in the world. Same with CAS, you can only use a CAS in the world, yet it's a holiday destination, so you can't really go there very often. It's just a very poorly executed pack that, in my opinion, looks like it was done just to make money. It feels like some money making thing between Disney and EA. It doesn't feel like it was made for Simmers at all, especially considering the Simmers demographics. I'm not sure who the demographics for Star Wars are, but I'm very much certain that it's very different to the typical people who play The Sims. Obviously, there is there's a variety of simmers who enjoy different things, and in that sense the Sims 4 demographic is slightly varied, especially when it comes to things like occults. I know a lot of people don't like Realm of Magic, but I actually think it's one of those packs that was made with love and doesn't feel very capitalistic-y, although yes, it probably was made in a little bit of a capitalistic way because lots of simmers have been asking for a magic system. But I actually think the magic system in The Sims 4 is so in-depth, just like vampires in The Sims 4 are the most in-depth vampires we had in any Sims game. It's the same for spellcasters in The Sims 4. Granted, the world is small, it is only a game pack, and it does come with another secret world called the Spellcasters Realm of Magic world in there, which is so amazing that we got a secret world in a world. The Spellcasters system is incredibly in-depth. I think the build buy is incredibly fun and interesting. Granted, we didn't get that many gameplay objects. I feel like because it's a game pack, it's okay. I just feel like people put it down a lot, but from the perspective of capitalism, it feels like it was made with love. It doesn't feel like it was made for money. In that sense, I do think it's a great pack. Dream Home Decorator can go fuck itself. As I said before, with The Sims 4 Get to Work, The Sims 3 Ambitions had architectural design, which is basically the Dream Home Decorator career in the Ambitions pack. It should have been put in The Sims 4 Get to Work pack as an add-on. I honestly think it's insane how they've not only upsold it as a separate pack, but also a game pack, because this pack does not come with a game pack with content. Yes, it comes with a lot of build buy. Yes, it comes with some nice cast, but it is a game pack gameplay, and it comes with literally no new gameplay. It comes with a career, which is kind of like gameplay. You can do certain special interactions, like you can ask Sims, what are your preferences? I like the color blue. So you give them a room renovation with a blue wallpaper and suddenly you get a good score. It's just such a shallow game pack, shallow gameplay. I feel like there was not much effort put into it. I do feel like it should have been a part of another pack. There's absolutely no reason why simmers should be paying an extra price for this. It should have just been included in Get to Work. And for that reason, I do think it is quite bad that we're having to pay a game pack's price for it. My Wedding Stories as well can literally go, okay, I need to stop swearing. It can go, what's like a non-swear word thing to say? It can go away. It can go away. The thing about Dream Home Decorator is it came out just after Valentine's Day, allegedly based on no evidence at all, something that is solely, in my opinion, only. I believe that EA may have told the Sims team or told Maxis, you should release a weddings pack before Valentine's Day because it will sell and we need to make money for this sales quarter or something, allegedly, in my opinion, based on no evidence. But I don't think the Sims team allegedly made the pack in time, so they rushed it and released it early. The pack was a literal state. It is a broken pack. It doesn't work. They have tried to fix a pack a few times. It doesn't work. The latest gameplay I did with this pack was for Pride Month, which is this month, and the wedding stuff did not work even after the patch update. Like with Dine Out, it is a pack that is broken. In this statement here, the Sims team have basically officially stated they understand the pack is broken, yet even though they know it's broken, they are still selling it to us. I know I sound like a Karen, but as I said before, it is literally so shameful for a company to sell a product knowing that the product is broken. It almost feels like a con. I feel like legally I can't call it a con, but to me personally it feels like a con. I know games naturally have bugs and glitches. It is something that comes naturally with every single game, but to be so broken that it literally does not work. Like, I played it literally a few weeks ago for Pride Month and it literally did not work for me. The gameplay was completely broken. Like, why are you selling something that is broken at full price? As I said with Dine Out, they need to either reduce the price, sell it for free, take it off the market, or fix it completely. The Sims 4 is a complicated game. I understand that, and I understand that sometimes it is a little bit glitchy, but that is not an excuse to sell a completely broken pack, and I'm not afraid to say it. I know stuff packs get a lot of hate, but I actually think a lot of the stuff packs are not capitalistic. A lot of the earlier ones, for example, luxury party stuff, the hot tub one, these are absolute crap. It just came with cool kitchen stuff. It just comes with so many rubbish objects that were released just for the sake of it. I feel like a lot of these, in fact almost all of these earlier stuff packs were made just for the sake of getting a bit of money, allegedly, based on my opinion only. A couple of them are actually okay though, I will admit. It's just that a lot of them come with features and functionalities which could have been a part of an expansion pack or game pack. For example, the hot tub is something that should have been in the base game. It's been in the base game of previous Sims game. They gave us an anniversary hot tub in the Sims 4 base base game anyway, so that pack doesn't need to exist. Cool kitchen stuff comes with nothing unique other than an ice cream machine. Spooky stuff should have come with the seasons pack. Movie hangout stuff should have come with the bloody base game, or it should have come with City Living. Romantic garden stuff doesn't contain enough stuff. The kids stuff should have come with the base game because we don't have enough kids stuff in the base game. The backyard stuff, oh, the backyard stuff is just 2-star capitalist. It's all right. It comes with some new fun stuff. Vintage glamour comes with butlers. Weren't butlers a part of the base game in previous Sims games, or did I make that up? Either way, they should be in the base game, or they should have been in Get Famous, so for that reason they are capitalistic. The bowling pack. Bowling's something that should have come with City Living. I think in The Sims 2 it came with their city pack. The fitness stuff pack for The Sims 4 is a load of rubbish. I think it's a crap pack. There's literally nothing in there. It's bland, it's boring. And again, with the toddlers pack, there's no toddler gameplay in the base game for The Sims 4, therefore they should have released this for the base game. Laundry day stuff, again, capitalistic. Laundry, something that came with The Sims 3 Ambitions. Was it released as a base game update? I don't think it was, but again, it was a part of an expansion pack. In The Sims 4, I do find it strange that laundry is just an add-on. Why is it an add-on? Just put it in the base game. Moschino stuff, oh, we all know why that one's a capitalist. Tiny living stuff, this one, I feel like it's not a capitalist because it's only a 1-star angel, because I feel like it was made with good intentions, but it doesn't really work that well. It isn't what it's upsold as. It's sold as a tiny living pack, create tiny micro homes, but it doesn't really come with objects that function in a tiny home kind of way. Like, it comes with one of those fold up beds that's like a sofa bed, but it still functions as a double bed in The Sims 4. It still takes up the same amount of room, therefore it's not really any different to a normal double bed. In that sense, I wouldn't say it's missold. The pack was not missold to us, but I just feel like they did it in the wrong way. Nifty knitting. Do you know what? I actually don't feel like this was very capitalistic-y. I feel like it was one of those ones that was done with love. It's such a random thing. Like, why does it exist? It's not something that Simmers have wanted for ages, but I feel like it's something that works really, really well because it's kind of kooky and crazy. I feel like it's one of those really positive things where it was made out of creativity rather than to make money. The same with paranormal stuff. Paranormal stuff is the most in-depth stuff pack ever. It comes with honestly so much stuff. If you love occults, get paranormal stuff because it's amazing. And yeah, again, it's something that's not really been requested that much, but I feel like it was made with a lot of love and creativity. I can see that. In terms of the kits, they are all pretty capitalistic-y, I'm not gonna lie. They are all going to go in 3 stars. Are any of them not capitalistic-y? Do you know what? The latest build kit, Little Campers, is only a 2-star capitalist, and that's because it actually comes with a swing set, which is not something that's usually unlocked in base game. It comes with the cool fire pit, which as far as I'm aware is not in base game, and it comes with an outdoor theatre thing, which is usually locked behind movie hangout stuff, so it actually comes with gameplay objects. So in that sense, I actually think it's a bit less capitalistic-y. But as you can see, guys, this thing is... This is very top heavy. Granted, you know, guys, I am very honest, but I do give credit where credit is due. A lot of them are not capitalistic-y. Sims team, if you are watching, all of these 2-star angel things, take a note and do more of these, please. Guys, in your opinion, what is your most capitalistic-y pack and what is your least capitalistic-y pack? Just choose one from each side and let me know in the comments, please, because I genuinely want to know. Thank you so much for watching this video today. See you in the next one.